Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lindsay Preservati, and if this is your first time here, thank you for watching. So today's video, it probably won't be too long. I just have a couple things that I wanted to talk about and go over, and then some kind of beauty products too, of course. But this quarantine has been very difficult. I've talked about it in my previous videos, but since I'm taking anatomy and physiology too, we had to get a nanny to watch Everly so that I could study during the day. But now we are back to square one without a nanny because of the quarantine, and it has been very difficult. Like I think I've had like 3 mental breakdowns this week. So basically I just did not have enough time to study for the test. I didn't have enough time to study all the material that I needed, and which made me very anxious when I was studying, and then that made it kind of like, it was just like a snowball effect basically. So I normally don't get test anxiety. I'm normally very like, I actually enjoy taking tests. I don't mind them, but what I noticed happened was I was getting study anxiety this week. So when I would start to study, I would just keep thinking about like all the stuff that I haven't studied, and then that would literally like mentally block me from studying. So I kind of changed my routine with her. So in the morning, what I would do, instead of sitting in the living room with her and playing and everything, I would bring her into the bedroom while she was awake, and I would do my hair and makeup while she was awake in here, which was kind of stressful, not gonna lie. And then, so by the time she fell asleep for her morning nap, I could just study. So I basically just did not have enough time to study all the material that I needed, and we had 24 hours to take the test, so I had to take it last night, and I know I did not do well on it. And I know I say that every time I have a test, but this one for sure I did not do well on. So it's just been very hard. But on the other hand, what I've noticed a lot is that online, a lot of parents who normally work during the day, they've been praising stay-at-home moms and stay-at-home parents because they are realizing how much work it is. And so that just kind of like, I don't know, this just makes me feel nice, and that people recognize that it's really not easy, and it's not just sitting around and playing with your baby all day. It's a lot of work physically, it's a lot of work mentally, and it is really just draining. It's like a slow draining. It's not like it just day after day after day, it slowly drains you. And I think a lot of stay-at-home moms can what's the word I'm looking for? Oh my god, every time I'm on here I forget words. Can relate to that. Yes, that's the word. Okay. With that being said, I have a few kind of like tricks for stay-at-home parents or parents that are just home with their kids right now because they're not in school. So one of them is that during the day, I take little breaks. Even if she's awake, like I just take like, I'll step away for like a minute or something, I'll go in my room, I'll make sure she's like in her playpen or something, and make sure she's occupied. But that is a really helpful thing, is to just take some breaks during the day, just to breathe. Or if you're like, I know a lot of people like go to the bathroom and you're alone for 5 minutes. That is one thing that's really helpful. I don't really know how often I do it, but I do it throughout the day. I just take, like I would like a normal job, just take a break, breathe for 5 minutes by yourself, and just kind of gather yourself together. And and even though like you might not feel totally, the stress might not all be gone by the end of it, it really does add up throughout the day, just taking those little breaks for yourself. So that's one thing. Another thing is to, if you can, do FaceTime with someone, because I've been doing it with my grandmother, so Everly's great grandmother, both of them. And it really just like seeing someone else's face, and just even though they're not physically with you, is really helpful. And just and Everly loves it. She tries to, of course, grab the phone, but Just doing that really, I don't know, I just felt, you just feel good, and you know, you're interacting with someone, another adult. um I don't know, it just makes, I don't know, I just felt very, I don't know, different after. It just, I think it's just the interaction. So if you can do that with someone, that's a great way to, you know, be social with people without um without being close to them. So that is another thing, if you can do that. Also, I started doing TikTok like all the other moms that are home. So follow me on TikTok, and that is another great thing to do for moms that are at home. It's so much fun. I don't know, I'm like literally addicted to it. It's like a problem, but that's just a great thing to do. You can do it with your kids, you can do it by yourself when they're sleeping. And it really gets you moving too, because they have all the dances and stuff. So that has been very fun. I've had just tons of fun doing it. So that is another thing that you can do. Okay, so moving on, I have to talk quieter because she's sleeping and I don't want to wake her up. But obviously during this quarantine, you can't go to a nail salon and get your nails done. And I actually do not like getting my nails done. I hate it. I've never, when I was younger, I used to like it, but now I don't know why. I just hate sitting for like, I'm like counting down the minutes until when they're done. And I feel like I'd rather be able to like use my hand if I need to when I'm getting my nails done and not be like slapped on the hand. And I don't know, I just really, I've never really liked getting my nails done. So with that being said, there are a couple things that I have. So one of them, this is something I love doing, and I think it's just, I don't know, I think it's like therapeutic to do it, but I have a at-home gel nail kit. And so it has, I have a light, and I think I got this at Ulta. I think the brand is Red Carpet, so it's like the UV light. And so when I have the time, I usually will paint my nails, and I don't know, it's just very like relaxing, and I love doing it. It's like very just therapeutic. So to do that, what I do is take any of the nail polish off that I have. I soak in alcohol, or if I'm on like a time crunch, I literally just like chisel it off my nails with a nail file, which probably isn't good, but you got to do what you got to do. So once I get it all off, before I start putting the nail polish on, I shape them, blah, 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 do all that. And then I rub them with rubbing alcohol to dehydrate them and get any oils off or anything like that. And then oh no, I'm sorry. Okay, let me rewind. Before that step, I do my cuticles. So I have this cuticle eliminator, and then I'd have this like cuticle pusher thing type thing, and I just scrape anything off of my nails that is on my nails. So yes, and then I buff them with a buffer. Then I do the alcohol, sorry. Then after I'm like right before I start to paint them, then I just rub them down with alcohol and let that evaporate off my nails. And obviously like doing, like I feel like with regular nail polish, it really like never dries, no matter how much time you give it. So I always use gel nail polish, and it's super quick. You obviously don't have to wait for it to dry, you just have to wait for it to cure. So what I do is there's 3 things that I'll use. So this is the Finger Paints gel polish chip free bonder. So I put that on first, and then this is a base and top coat by Sally Hansen, and I think I've tried plenty of base coats and top coats, but this one is definitely my favorite. I always go back to it no matter what. So I put a layer of that on, and then I do my color. So this one is Macchiato by Sensational, and it's just kind of like a taupe-ish kind of color, very nude. So then I do the color, and then it depends on the color how many coats I do, but I do it until I get the color that I want, basically. And then after that, I go in with the base and top coat and put that on again. So that may be helpful for people who can't get to the salon and get their nails done, if you have the kit. If not, I'm sure you can order them online. I'm positive you can order them online, so that's another thing. So the next thing is these are glue-on nails by Kiss, and I love these. They're quick, they're easy, they look amazing. The thing with these is that you have to get the ones that are petite, because I don't know what it is that is different about these from other fake nails, but like I have a couple out. The petite ones just fit and they look perfect. They're not too long, not too short. I don't know what it is, but you have to get the petite ones. Those are like the best fit. They look like you got them done somewhere. Whenever I wear these, people always think that I have my nails done. So I don't know what it is about them, but they are amazing. And these are just like the regular French tip. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know what the difference is with these petite ones, but they are amazing and they look amazing. And before you put them on, if you make sure your nail, buff it a little bit and then use the rubbing alcohol to make sure all the oils are off of it and everything, they stay on really long. And I don't know, I just love them. So my next thing is for your lips. So I know that, it's winter and lips get dry, and then I wear matte lip stuff. So, and that can really, really make your lips look dry, and it can really just dry your lips out. So this is the IPKN Salad Days Veggie Extracts Resurfacing Peeling Gel. So this is for your face, but I just decided, I'm like, it could probably work for your lips. So I used it on my lips, and it's not a mask that you put on and like peel off. It's the kind that you use a good amount and you rub it, and I'll show a little a fast forwarded video of me using it. And literally, it's the grossest thing, but if you like that kind of stuff, you'll like it. You see all the dead stuff come off of your face and your lips when you do it. And it's just like literally so much stuff comes off. It's disgusting, but very satisfying if you like that kind of stuff. So I've been using this before I put on my lip stuff, and it gets all the dead skin off everything, and your lips are so smooth after. So that is another thing. And my last thing for today is so this is kind of like the pore strips. My grandmother gave them to me. She always buys like all this unnecessary beauty stuff and then uses it and never uses it again. So she always gives me a bunch of stuff. So this is 𝔽𝕝𝕝𝕝𝕝 pore strips. It's very cheap. I think I found it. I was just researching it, and they have it on Amazon. I think it's like $8. This is the best pore strip that I've ever used. So what you do is you put this stuff, it's just like white, and you put it on your nose, or you can really do it anywhere. And then they give you this like thin paper that comes with it, and you put that over and you let it dry just like a normal pore strip. I don't know what it is about this. Maybe it's consistency. I don't know if it's like glue. It might be glue. It feels like glue, but it literally gets everything out of your pores. And it has worked better than any pore strip that I have ever tried. So I don't know, but doing pore strips for me is very satisfying. I love like watching everything come out. I'm just weird like that. But yeah, so that is another thing. I don't know, it's just amazing. So if you like pore strips and that kind of stuff, definitely get the 𝔽𝕝𝕝𝕝 pore strips. Anything else? I think that's it for today. So I will talk to everyone later, and I hope everyone is staying healthy and staying somewhat sane during this quarantine, and I hope everyone has a great day.